Hello my dude, in this video I'm going to take you through your TDEE calculator, Total Daily Energy Expenditure Calculator, and how to set up your calories, proteins, carbs and fats, put them into MyFitnessPal and then start documenting your food intake to manipulate your body composition, right? So this is how I would do it. Anybody that's coming to me, if their goal was looking to lose weight, I have to find out their TDEE first, and then I set their calories according to what their goal is. So if they're looking to build up their body and put weight on, we have to be in calorie surplus, or from maintenance to surplus. And if you want to strip your body back and cut weight, we have to be in calorie deficit, so below our maintenance line. So this is how we do it. So I'll just go through my details. So you'll open up TDEE calculator in Safari. Male, age 34, don't tell anybody lad. Weight, I'm 170 pounds. Height, 5'9". My activity level is I'm moderate exercise, because I know I train 3 to 5 days each week weights resistance training, right? If you're just starting, I would just go off a light exercise, or you can even go off of sedentary. I would be more conservative in the beginning, and then maybe like 4-6 weeks down the line, once you know your energy expenditure output and you know that you're doing 3 days resistance training, then you can maybe come back to TDEE calculator and change it. But if you're just starting out, be conservative, right? So I'm going to go off a moderate exercise because I know 3 to 5 days. My body fat is 15% right now, but you don't need that. It'll still calculate it anyway without body fat, so you don't need to put that in if you don't know it. Calculate. Right, so this bit's important. So you can see where it says maintenance calories daily and weekly. So 19,375. If I was to maintain my weight across the week, then that's the amount of calories I'm roughly intaking if my weight stays the same. So if I'm maintaining my weight each day, I'm consuming 2,768 calories. That's already taken into consideration me training, weight resistance training, 3 to 5 days a week, moderately active. So for my weight to stay the same, I consume 2,768 calories. If I want to put on weight, I go above that. If I want to lose weight, I have to go below that and create a deficit, right? So first you find out your maintenance calories, and then we put you in calorie deficit to strip body fat, to lower your body fat percentage as we start to sculpt your lean muscle. So when you scroll down, in fact you can see the different, see here where it says basal metabolic rate. So that's my body's rate for me just to exist, just to sit in this chair. My heart's functioning, my brain's functioning, I'm thinking, my body's alive, so it still needs calories. So it's saying I maintain my weight at basal metabolic rate of 1,786 calories. Then once I take into consideration my activity and moderate exercise, it's taking me up to 2,768. So that's my total daily energy expenditure maintenance level, right? You don't need to worry about BMI and stuff like that. BMI, that's not a good representation of body composition, or I know that a lot of people go off of health factors in BMI, but it's usually wrong. And then my ideal weight, it says I should be roughly 152 to 159 pounds for my age and height and weight and stuff like that, right? I don't really go off of this stuff. But when you scroll down, can you see here where it says maintenance level, cutting and bulking? So bulking, I'm obviously putting weight on. So can you see it's giving me more calories than maintenance level, 3,268. And then if I was cutting weight, it's obviously going to give me less, isn't it? So it's took off a 500 calorie deficit. So if I maintain at 2,768 calories, it's taking off 500 calories, giving me 2,268 calories. So if I lose 500 calories each day times 7 days, that's 3,500 calories. That's 1 pound of body fat. If I strip 1 pound of body fat each week for a year, that's 3.5 stone. If I strip 2 pounds a week, that's 7 stone in a year. So you can start to see that gradual fat loss, as long as it's consistent, is the best way to go about this. So you're not plummeting in weight and putting weight on and yo-yo dieting. So it's important that we set our calories just in a calorie deficit, which is enough to strip body fat gradually, so we can still perform in the gym, recover properly. We can still live our daily life, our mood's high, we've got sufficient energy, and we don't drop our calories too low and we crash and burn and we're moody and we're grumpy and we're not getting the most out of our training, right? It's all about fueling your body sufficiently to get the most out of your body, aesthetically and in performance. So if you're looking to lose weight, go into cutting. it will set you at a 500 calorie deficit. Now you can start here and then you can up your calorie deficit. For example, if I was doing an aggressive weight cut, I could go off on a 1,000 calorie deficit and come down to 1,700. But I would just be conservative, so I'd probably just go off of 2,000 calories and then I'm 700 calories in deficit. That's me knowing that my weight resistance training is taken into consideration already, right? I consume 2,000 calories, I know I'm about 700 in deficit, but then what I also do to manipulate my body composition faster is I start to implement cardio and running and stuff like that. So I'm using way more energy gradually as I'm controlling my calorie intake, which gets you leaner, which will strip body fat faster for you. So can you see where it says low carb, higher carb and moderate carb? So I would always go off a moderate carb first. So that's what I want you to put into MyFitnessPal. I want you to find your deficit, maybe 500 calories just above, and send it to me for approval. And then I want you to look at off of moderate carb. So that means 30% of my diet is protein, 35% is from fats and 35% is from carb. Now we can start there, we want a high protein diet and then we can just manipulate the carbs and the fats as we go, but that's your starting base, right? Moderate carb, and then we can start to tweak it, pull carbs off, put proteins up. I want everybody to start here, right? So then once you got those details, you go into MyFitnessPal and go to goals, and once you're in goals you can then put those numbers in. So you can see here, nutrition daily goals, right? If I wanted to edit that, and I was 500 calories in deficit, so mine is already at 2,000. I've already put my carbs, so my carbs are going to be 35% of my diet. My fats is 30% of my diet, 35%, sorry. And my protein is 30%. So then you can see it's 100 save changes. So when I scroll down, it says here 150 grams of protein each day, 78 grams of fats and 175 grams of carbs, right? Now you've got to remember this one thing, there's carbohydrates in pasta, in rice and potatoes, right? So 175 grams of carb isn't 175 grams of pasta. So it could be, for example, 100 grams of pasta has 25 grams of carbs in it. It could be 100 gram chicken breast, but it has 24 grams of protein in it. So that's why MyFitnessPal is so important. When you're weighing your food and putting it into MyFitnessPal, then you'll be 100% right, as it will show you the values that's within it. So make sure you're weighing your food and make sure you're documenting properly. Also, what we want you to do is look at sugar allowance. So when I look into sugar allowance here, it says adults should have no more than 30 grams of free sugars a day, roughly equivalent to 7 sugar cubes. When I scroll down here, so there it is there. So men 150 calories per day maximum, up to 37 grams, and women 100 calories per day, 25 grams. When I go back into MyFitnessPal, when you see sugar, which is here, you can change that, see it? Just move this out of the way, edit, sugar. So I can bring it down and I'll go off of what, say 30 grams. And then you can obviously save it so that you know you're controlling your sugar intake, right? That's important. You don't want a high sugar in your diet, especially when you're trying to do fat loss and stuff like that. Over consuming too much sugar is not good for your health. So that should be you set up. Make sure you get that done and then send it to me for approval, my dudes. Any questions, just drop them into the OCG, alright?